Well, here's a story that I heard from Rabbi Shabbatai Slavatitsky, a very, very wonderful, talented, and a genuine person. He had a Chabad house in Antwerp. I think he still does. I don't know. I don't know really what he's doing today. I think he teaches in a yeshiva. But anyway, he used to have, or he does have, a Chabad house in Antwerp, Belgium. And he told a lot of stories about things that he saw and things that he saw. Okay, the story is that it's similar to another story that I told, but this story, a woman came in to him with her son. And the woman was religious. She was a Holocaust survivor. And her son was a nice looking Jewish fellow and intelligent. And he had, like so many children of Holocaust survivors, they left Judaism. They didn't want anything to do with it. They didn't want anything to do with it. It was just the only thing they knew about Judaism was that there was a Holocaust. And who needs it? In any case, so he left. This was a tremendous pain and heartbreak to his mother, who wanted the boy to continue the family. Really. Okay. Anyway, I'm telling you the story. This is the way I heard the story. Just one second. Okay, I heard the story like this, and then I heard it from Rabbi Shabbatai Slavatitsky, and he didn't tell this whole entire business that I'm saying. He told only part of it. So you can say maybe this part of it he told, he didn't tell the whole thing. But anyway, the way I heard the story, it's a good story. So they came to the Rebbe. They came to the Rebbe, and they came to to Rabbi Shabbatai Slavatitsky, and they said, the lady said, "Listen, my son wants to marry a non-Jewish woman, and I don't know what to do. Maybe you can talk him out of it." So the boy said, "Rabbi, before you start talking, I want to tell you something. I've already been to 2 rabbis, and they didn't do the job." And his mother said, "Yes, it's true. And I'm coming to you because I heard that Chabad is a little bit different, and maybe you'll have a different angle to look at it." So the first rabbi, I went, and he said that if I marry this girl, as my children won't be Jewish, you're breaking a heritage. Oh, here we go. All right, I'll start the story from the beginning a little bit. A young man came to a manager of a Chabad house. He came with his mother. His mother brought him. And he was going to marry a non-Jewish girl, and his mother was a Holocaust survivor. She very much wanted him not to marry a non-Jewish girl. So she said, "Rabbi, maybe you can convince him." And the boy said, or the woman said, he's already been to 2 rabbis. And they tried to convince. The first rabbi, he said, "Listen, there's a chain of self-sacrifice in Judaism from Abraham. The Jews have sacrificed themselves to keep this chain of Judaism going, namely to marry Jewish women. If you marry a non-Jewish woman, you're breaking the chain. The children won't be Jewish. You want to break the chain of Judaism, thousands of years of self-sacrifice, you're going to break the chain." So he said, he thought about it, and he was very, very convincing. And suddenly he said, "One second, I'm the only Jew. You keep the chain going. I want to marry this girl. I like the girl. You want to keep the chain. It's important to you. Keep the chain." It's not really that important to me about the chain either. But then she took me to my mother took me to another rabbi. And this rabbi took all sorts of charts and tables and tablets. He said, "You should know that 90% of intermarriages are not successful. They end in divorce. They end in tragedy, right?" That's what it is. Look, he brought these charts and And I said, well, that really impressed me. 90% don't succeed. He said, yes, and they all thought that it would succeed like you. And they had these wonderful ideas, and it was so enticing and so convincing. But they realized that it doesn't work, just doesn't work out. It's not worth it well. So I thought about it, and I said, 1 second, 90% didn't work yet, but 10% did work. Yeah, so I'll be among the 10%. I'm willing to give it a try. So he said, Rabbi, what should we do? So he said, okay, listen, I think your only solution is that you should go to the Lubavitcher Rebbe. They'll give you it. So the young man said, listen, I've been to these old rabbis. What are you going to do? Drag me from one rabbi to a rabbi for the rest of my life until I'm, 90 years old. I'll go to this Lubavitcher Rebbe, whoever this is, and that's it. I'm not going to go anymore. Right? I'm not going to go anymore. I'm just telling you, this is the way I heard the story. I'm sure that there's other versions of the story, but this is how I heard the story. So we went to I guess they flew to America, whatever, because this Rabbi Slavatitsky was in Belgium, or maybe this lady brought this young man to him when he was in America. However the story was, he went to the Rebbe. And he went into the Rebbe, and the Rebbe was giving out dollars. The Rebbe would stand every Sunday, and he would give out dollar bills, single dollars to people. Sometimes he would give out $2, $3, $5. And he would give everybody a little blessing. And sometimes, once in a while, people would say things and would give him a little bit of advice. Thousands of people passed in front of him. Why did he give out dollars? Because the idea is to encourage people to give charity. He said he gave dollars. He said, you can change this dollar. You can keep this dollar you want to. Keep this dollar if you want to, or if not, you don't have to. But this is encouraging you, just like I gave you $1, you should give dollar to charity. Because charity is very important. Okay, so the man went in front of the Rebbe, and he told him the story, or he went together with the rabbi of the Chabad house, whatever. Anyway, he told him the story. I want to marry a non-Jewish girl, and my mother doesn't want me to. And, that's the story. So the Rebbe said, I envy you. That's what he said. I envy you. So he thought, envy? What does that mean? What does he envy me? I'm marrying a non-Jewish girl. It's the opposite of Judaism. Why would this super Jewish rabbi envy me? And if he does, why does he tell me about it? So he said, you envy me, I'm doing the opposite of Judaism. So the Rebbe said, we're put into this world because to raise up our soul, to elevate our soul. And the only way you elevate your soul is by means of withstanding challenges and tests. A person that is given a test, God always gives him power to stand against this test, to pass this, and that revealing that new power that elevates a person. He realizes who he really is. I don't know if he said exactly these words because I don't have the quote of what it was, but everybody is giving a test, and the test elevates a person like a ladder. So me personally, the Rebbe said, I've never had such a test. I was born in a religious family, and my parents were religious. I never had a test like you have. If you have this test that God never gave me, it means you have powers that I never revealed. So therefore, I envy you. And that's it. The man went on. Afterwards, they parted ways, the young man and the rabbi, and years later, he came into the office of the rabbi. I understood it was Rabbi Shabbatai Slavatitsky. I heard part of the story from him. And he came in with an invitation to his wedding. At first, he didn't recognize it. He said, remember me? I'm that boy that came and wanted to marry the non-Jew that took me to the Rebbe. And the Rebbe said that he envied me. And he said, really, what did the Rebbe exactly say that convinced you, to make this big change in your life? Well, none of the other rabbis succeeded. They were great rabbis. They had really good arguments. What said, I'll tell you, the first rabbi, he talked about the past. He said that if I get married to this girl, I'm going to break the chain of Judaism from the past. Good, so that's the past. The second rabbi talked about the future. If I get married to this girl, it's not going to succeed. The future, 90% doesn't work. So the Lubavitcher Rebbe, he talked about right now. Right now, all the time right now, I am being put into a challenge. I'm revealing a new power, a new ability in my soul to cling to the truth. That's right now. That's all the time. So that's what convinced me. I didn't know who I really am. Now I know who I really am. So it convinced me. And that's the whole purpose of Mashiach, to make us realize who we really are without the challenges, without the difficulties. And that's why we need Mashiach now. There will be, God willing, a class at 3:00, and I'll try to explain what exactly I'm going to do. But there will not be a class tomorrow, for sure, Tuesday. And Wednesday, it's hanging in the balance, so we'll see. But 3:00 there will be a class. I'll put it up on YouTube. God bless you all. Have a good day with Mashiach now. Tonight is Lag BaOmer. Anyone who wants to have their name mentioned, I'll go up to the grave of Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai. You want to have your name mentioned for a blessing or whatever, as write it down either on the YouTube thing we have over here, or you can send me a message to my email. Anybody who doesn't know my email, I'll tell you, it's Rav Bolton, RAVBOLTON, RAVBOLTON @gmail.com. Have a good day. God bless you all. Mashiach now. Shalom.